Welcome back to part 4 of this Telemaster build. Today we'll start and work on the neck. Now the good thing with building guitar bodies is you can kind of get away with a lot of stuff. And with the necks there's a lot more potential for things to go wrong, so this is where we've got to strap in and use our thinking brains. Now for this neck we are going to be using a Telecaster style neck, so we are going to be using some maple and some rosewood. And the first order of business is this piece of maple, very rough, needs planing, and also has a slight bit of cupping going on, so we need to fix this first and get it down to dimensions, and then think about adding in a truss rod.
So before I start hacking away at this, I want to make sure it's oriented the right way. It's quite tough to see on here, but there is a slight cup. You can see there's a slight U shape in here, so we want to take that out. Now I've not got a jointer, so what I need to do is attack this with a hand plane on one side before putting it through the thicknesser afterwards. Now what I could really do with here is using this plane stop that I've got to go in my bench, but I've only got about an hour in the workshop today. We're just going to whack another hole in the workbench and then add in a bench dog to hold things in place. Well, sort of hold things in place. That's pretty boring to watch, so I just started in the middle and worked my way out till I had a nice flat side, and once I had one side flat, I could then run it through the thicknesser to get it down to dimensions that I need. Now overall, once the fretboard's on here, we're aiming for about 25mm thick, so what I'm going to do here is aim for about 20mm and then add the fretboard on, and then I can get things down once it's all glued together. Just make sure this board doesn't come out and knock over my fancy new YouTuber camera that I've got. More on that later. So now we've got everything flat and we're down to dimensions, it's time to start thinking about adding on the template and roughing out the shape of the neck. Now for this guitar, I'm actually going to go for a reverse headstock style. So what I'm going to do is use this MDF template that I have, use the super glue and tape trick, just because I'm so over using double-sided tape. The residue goes everywhere and this is far cleaner. Just tape up the two sides you want to stick together, add a bit of super glue onto the tape, and then you've got a really nice, solid, but easily removable fix. If you're thinking it's taking me a while to stick this down, there is a little bit of a knot that's on this board, so I want to make sure that I avoid that so I don't run into any challenges when routing out, because this maple has been giving me a hard time when I've been working with it on the body. This will also be a great time to have some super glue accelerator, but I haven't got any, so we'll just wait. How long does this take? That's probably long enough. So with the template on, it's now time to rough out on the bandsaw, and I am taking my time with this to try and get as close as possible with the template, because as I said, this maple doesn't like being routed, so I want to make sure I'm removing the minimal amount. So I want to make sure I'm removing the minimal amount of material oh man, I lost my train of thought there. Cut close, route less. That's kind of what I was trying to get to say.
And it was at this point that everything went wrong. I continued filming, made a little jig to put the truss rod into the neck, and when I got back to edit it at the end of the day, all the files were corrupted and nothing was usable. It felt great. Fantastic. And I'm really annoyed because there were a couple of key highlights in that footage that would have been quite good content, including me snapping a route a bit and getting a mouthful of super glue. Now I don't want you to miss out, so here is a dramatic recreation of what happened. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz. Bang! Jesus, what was that? Where did that go? Is it in me? Snapped it. I was trying to go slow as well, but at least it didn't end up inside me. Right then, here we are. Just going to use the old super glue and tape trick to tape my neck. Some super glue. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's not coming out. Oh, there's a bit of crud on the top. Let me just bite this off. Can't close it. I do in my life. Recreating the time that I ate super glue by accident. At least I can still talk, so that's good. So, long story short, we have a truss rod. You can see spoke wheel truss rod in the neck. I've set it up to be a reverse headstock because I just think it's going to be a better flow with the actual shape of the body of the guitar. So let's put it in like that. You can see the body's kind of pointing up this way. The neck's kind of doing the same. So it's coming together. Obviously still need to polish this up and get it nice and shiny because it's very dull. It's only about 120 grit at the minute. Next thing we need to do is think about adding on the fretboard. Now, I was going to do this in this video, however, I've been having some conversations and I've got some very nice new tools coming, which is definitely going to make my life much easier. So if you want to see what that is, please do check out the next video. I'll see you in the next one, but hopefully my new SD card has arrived and all my footage stays on the camera. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to see the rest of this build, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Man, that one was a tough one. Why does nothing work?